It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta-have-it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from just outside our nation's capital. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Dominique Hampton there to bring him down. Second down and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been a passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Dak. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open. That's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. Good running inside the 25. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He'll try to run for it. And he will score. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Daniels. He'll get this out wide, and that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
They'll motion over Samuel. Look wide. Get this one complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. A quick slant taken by Lamb. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Commanders come up with it.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
The home team's offense about ready to get going on theirs. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. In motion, Lamb. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, Prescott to the air. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Quick throw, taken in, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. First and 10. Prescott again. That's brought in right side by Pickens.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To the air again. Prescott. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. He was looking for George Pickens there. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, just buying a little extra time, waiting for his man to uncover on the back of the end zone, and then it just becomes, let's rip it and throw that ball in that window, because it might not stay open for long, but he puts it right where it needs to be. Touchdown.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys move out on top, 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the zone read, Daniel's going to hang on to it. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Daniels now on first down. Samuel has it working the middle.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On play action, Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. And he's into the end zone. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are on the board. It's now 14-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Handoff here, up the middle. Finding room across midfield. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he will get into the end zone. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Samuel there to make the catch. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Daniels going to throw again. They're called in at the 2. to the goal line and in. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. His second touchdown of this first half. Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders draw closer here. It's 21-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and C.D. Lamb set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. On a throw here, right side. Falls incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
In motion, Lamb. On 2nd down, it's Dak. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Throwing now, Daniel. That's caught by Eckler.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the play fake, here's Daniel. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run over center with Robinson. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. He's going to mark down at the 12-yard line.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Now Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. On the option, here's Robinson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll run with Robinson. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question, 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
And he's in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. Gay to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Commanders will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He's got a man open. That's Tolbert. And he will score. Jalen Tolbert. Touchdown, Cowboys. Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys go up by 7, 28-21. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that 1st down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. He's got the wind at his back as he's on to punt this one away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Dak to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A first down there on a gain of 12. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
2nd down, Prescott. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger onto punt for Dallas. And he'll be kicking right into the full effects of the wind. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Daniels. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Good blocking, and he's in. Brian Robinson, touchdown Commanders. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they've just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott has completed right side to Ferguson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He keeps it himself. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's to Ferguson once again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the entire league? The best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Prescott on first down. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Prescott now. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Throwing is Prescott. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cowboys will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Washington.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
On first down, Daniel. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. It is second down and 5. They'll throw with Daniels. Got his man at the 6. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Second and goal. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That pass pinballing around, and it ends up in the hands of the receiver. Wow. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What a game this has been. It hangs in the balance until the very end. Yet somehow they get a touchdown here late, Mike, and it looks like they're going to be able to pull this one out in the final seconds of the game.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Cowboys will go up by 7. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st down. Here we go. One final play. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play. And the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from just outside our nation's capital.